We've been told that getting good grades, going to a fancy college, and then climbing the corporate ladder is the way to go. While that might work for some people, it's not the only way to achieve greatness, and it certainly doesn't have to be a starting point for everyone. There's a lot you can learn from working a minimum wage job that a cushy corporate office won't teach you. Imagine you're building a house. You need a strong foundation for it to stand tall and sturdy. Well, working a low-paying job is like the concrete block that holds that foundation together. It may not be the most glamorous part, but it's crucially important. So don't underestimate the value of a minimum wage job. Here are 5 lessons that it can teach you. Number 1. The ability to handle criticism. We all dream about receiving praise and recognition, and that's great. But there's something else that can actually be really helpful along the way, and that's criticism. Now, I know criticism might sound negative, but if you can handle it well and learn from it, it can make you better and keep you motivated. And guess what? A minimum wage job is an excellent place to learn how to deal with criticism. These jobs can be tough because they often involve serving customers. That means you might hear criticism about how you do things. Imagine someone telling you that you're not throwing out the trash correctly or that you're scanning groceries too slowly. It can be challenging, especially when you're juggling many things at once, like taking orders and dealing with lots of people. But here's the thing. If you can handle that kind of pressure without losing your cool, you can handle any criticism that comes your way. It's like a superpower. And you know what else? The money you earn from your job, even if it's just $32, becomes really valuable because you worked really hard for it. You'll also learn to be responsible in another part of your life that will make all the difference in your financial future. Number 2. The importance of budgeting and financial planning. When you work really hard for just a little bit of money, you realize how valuable money truly is. This experience can shape how you think about money as you grow in your career. You'll become a better saver, smarter investor, and wiser financial planner because you know the effort it takes to earn every dollar. When you earn minimum wage, you have to follow a budget to make ends meet. That means keeping track of every cent and making sure you can pay your bills on time. Now here's the thing. If you jump into a salaried job right after school, it's easy to forget about budgeting. Your paychecks might be big enough to cover your expenses. Still, unexpected expenses can throw your finances off balance if you don't have a budget and savings. On the other hand, someone who has been using a budget app or clipping coupons for a while will have an emergency savings fund to handle unexpected expenses. Oh, and let's not forget about the value of time. Minimum wage jobs can teach you that time is your most valuable asset. It's like a lesson all on its own. Number 3. Time management. Let's admit it, people in prestigious office roles often have more free time during work hours. Even on their busiest days, their tasks are usually less demanding compared to minimum wage workers. Imagine checking your email versus handling a non-stop stream of orders in a busy kitchen for 6 hours straight without a break. The kitchen job requires intense focus and quick action. When you spend years working for low wages, you naturally become great at managing your time. You know exactly how much you can get done in an hour and how to prioritize tasks. This skill also helps you accomplish the important things first, so you can enjoy your free time to the fullest or even work on other ways to earn money. On the other hand, if you've only ever worked in an office, you're used to having until a certain time or a few days to complete tasks. It's cool to have that flexibility, but sometimes it leads to wasting time because we try to make the task fit the available time instead of being efficient. You see, most office workers receive a fixed salary, so they might not think about time in small units like minutes or hours. As a result, they can let valuable time slip away without making the most of it. Number 4. Experience. Speaking of making the most of it, let's talk about experience. Working a minimum wage job gives you real work experience that you can put on your resume right away. Most people start these jobs during high school or college. So while you're studying hard and preparing for your future, You're also building up a resume that will impress potential employers. It's way better than having only babysitting gigs and your mom's friend as references, right? But that's not all. In a minimum wage job, you'll experience a lot of different situations. Unlike office jobs, where people tend to stick around for a long time, minimum wage jobs often have more turnover. That means you might have different managers depending on your shift each week. You might also switch between different roles or work for different employers more frequently. Let's say you get a job working at a small amusement park. One day you could be helping people buckle up in bumper cars, and the next you're working the cash register in a gift shop. All of these experiences make you a well-rounded person. You become more empathetic because you interact with all sorts of people and become super flexible in adapting to different tasks and environments. So working a minimum wage job not only gives you valuable work experience for your resume, but also makes you a more versatile and understanding individual. It's like getting a crash course in life skills. Keep in mind that these jobs can teach you a lot, and the experiences you gain will be valuable as you grow and explore different career paths. But you won't want to stay in that minimum wage job forever because... Number 5. Minimum wage jobs can be great for part-time work while you're a student or for building your resume. However, they're not where you want to stay forever. Earning a low hourly wage can make life pretty tough. You might not have access to health or retirement benefits, and there isn't much money left over for non-essential things. Plus, there's always that lingering worry about how a speeding ticket or a broken bone could seriously impact your finances. It's not a fun situation to be in, but it can actually make you an incredibly motivated worker who understands what it's like to be at the bottom. Here's the good part. When you eventually reach your goals and get to where you want to be in your career, you'll work even harder to stay there. You'll appreciate the value of each step up the ladder because you've experienced firsthand how life can change with just one upward move. So while minimum wage jobs may have their challenges, they can provide you with a strong drive and determination to succeed. They teach you the importance of hard work and the value of every opportunity you get. Remember, it's not where you start that matters, but how you use those experiences to reach new heights in the future. People who work a minimum wage job can learn how to handle criticism, budget, manage their time, gain experience, and understand how hard it is to get ahead if you're only making minimum wage. And all those things make you more likely to succeed in the long term. But if you're currently working a minimum wage job and struggling to even pay rent, you need a plan that you can follow. Lucky for you, I made a video where I tell you exactly what I would do if I was in that situation, step by step. I strongly believe that a lot of people can benefit from the information I share. So click the video on your screen, and I'll see you there.